Hello everybody, welcome back to Just Lights. In today's video, we're going to be working a little bit on this 9000 edge light bar right here. Now this is one of the bars that came from that marketplace haul where I ended up getting 8 bars total, 5 of the 9000s and then 3 of those Patriot lights. Now I've already gone through the Patriot lights and made 2 good ones out of the 3. Today I'm going to be working on this one right here. This is one of the ones that's mostly fully put together, so I don't think I have a whole lot to do with this one other than do some good cleaning on it. I got to check to see why these strobes weren't working. That original video that I posted when I got these things, these 2 inner ones weren't working, so once I get that open, I'll see what's going on with that. And I got to use one of those bars as a parts bar, like I was saying, to replace this end cover right here. So let's go ahead and get this thing opened up and see what's going on the inside. Okay, so I got this bar all opened up. Got the lenses sitting right over here. But now that explains why the inner strobes weren't working. As you can see, it wasn't equipped with those inner strobes right there, which is great news because when I tested this thing, everything seemed to be working but those strobes right there. And I really couldn't tell if they were there or not because the lenses are so nasty that you couldn't actually really see inside there. And I figured once I open it up, I'd check it out anyways. But since they're not there, that means this bar is in full working condition, which is great. So realistically, the only thing I got to do is just some good cleaning, polish some lenses out, and this bar can go back together. The first gen Edge 9000 light bar was originally introduced back in 1983. The first gen light was originally equipped with a V-shaped strobe on the corners of the light. That design ran throughout the 80s. In the late 80s, the second generation introduced a J-tube, or also known as a turbo tube, which is what this light right here has. I haven't been able to find any dates on this light, but it does have the newer style lenses on it from the other bars that I have, so I'm going to date this one probably closer to the mid-90s to the later 90s. Kind of a fun fact about the 9000 series light bars is they all ran 2 power supplies in them. The reason 2 power supplies were needed to run these light bars is because each power supply could only run 4 strobes apiece, so in order to run more than 4 strobes, they'd have to have 2 power supplies. Now, one of the advantages of them running 2 power supplies, it actually gave them the ability to run the bar independently from each other. So they could actually run the front separate from the rear separate from the front, or they could actually run the entire bar all together. And the reason that was kind of a unique feature is there were some times where they only needed, say, the back side of the bar to be illuminated for oncoming traffic, but they didn't need the front illuminated no more for whatever the circumstances may be. Now for the polishing, I'm just using a fine cut polish that I get from O'Reilly's, a little foam applicator that I could just put in just a regular drill, just to polish all this stuff out. Nothing super high tech. Alright, so I got it all polished up. It's all nice and clean. It actually polished out really nice. You can definitely tell there's no strobes in there now versus before. So the next step is I was going to go ahead and get the siren all kind of washed, cleaned up, and get it mounted on there. I started realizing, man, this thing feels really light. So I pulled this cover right here off, and all the guts are missing. So this thing doesn't actually have the siren no more. It's literally just this housing piece, which is kind of a bummer. But on the other hand, it's really not that much of a bummer because this is actually kind of a hard piece to find. You don't find a whole lot of bars that actually have this on there anymore. So even though it doesn't work, it's still cool to have it and make the bar look nice and complete. So, you know, when I have it on there, it's all screwed in. It's still going to make the bar look like it's supposed to. So let's go ahead and get this cleaned up. We'll get it mounted on here, and then we'll fire the whole bar up. So get this cleaned. All the original light bars from the Federal Signals, Code 3, Whelens, and all that originally had the sirens up on the roof. You notice that none of the police cars have sirens up on the roof anymore. They did that somewhere around the mid to late 90s when they started moving them all to the grill. They did that to reduce the noise decibel inside the cab to avoid any kind of hearing issues for the officers. Alright, so let's fire this thing up. We're going to start with the back of the bar first. So we're going to start with the flashers. When I turn my power supply on and plug it in. There we go. Got our rear flashers. Now I'm not sure why they did a full clear on this side because now the flasher and the strobe are going to be in the clear one. So I'm not sure why that was set up that way, but that's the way it was. So, and then we got the rear strobes. Alright, so here's the front of the bar. I'm going to start off with these little steady burn light bulbs that are on the corners. There's some little bulbs that on the ends, I guess, just illuminated. And then the front's going to be the takedowns, which are also the rear flashers. And then we have the front of the bar. All right, so let's go ahead and get the whole bar fired up. So here we are, the whole bar all lit up, doing its thing. This is my Edge 9000, all red, HAZ-MAT light bar. Now, talking with a good buddy of mine that's really familiar with these Whelen bars and stuff like that, I showed him the power supply, and he said that the CSP that's on the power supply stands for Connecticut State Police. So apparently the Connecticut State Police also adopted that one amber on the backside, kind of like the California did. So this one right here is most likely a probably on a fire apparatus HAZ-MAT unit, and the other ones I have are from police units. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you all got some pretty good information from this. We will see you guys on the next one, and thanks for watching.